Welcome back to my channel. I'm CoCo Covie for all you guys that don't know, and in today's episode, since many of you have requested, I will show you how I make my bob wigs. There are 3 different ways how I make my bobs. There's the bob with bangs, there's the bob that is super sleek and short, and there's the bob that is a little longer and very flowy and jolly, and that's the bob that I'm gonna show you today. And before I forget, I am super happy about all the comments I've received. I'm very grateful. There was one comment in particular that really stood out to me, and I was super happy when I read it. It was from Chelsea Thembeni. She really understands what I'm talking about. And all my fellow Nigerians out there, I hail you. So now, just keep on watching. Things you'll be needing: braiding hair, a wig cap, sharp scissors, a good brush, and a mini crochet needle. Starting with the wig. Since I've already showed you last week how I make my closures, I just skipped this step and jumped right into making the wig. I start making the wig by attaching my wig cap onto my mannequin head and using little pins to pin the wig cap down. Then I attach my closure onto my mannequin head for it not to be sliding off. So now that the closure is attached, I just brush the hair for it to be tangle free. Now I take this little scrunchie right here and make a little bun for the hair not to be disturbing me while making the wig. Now I take the hair out of its packaging and cut the hair into 4 and into 3 sections. These little scrunchies are so handy, I really love them. And as you can see, I cut the hair into half, and now I cut the half into another half. That means I have quarters now. I always see people do this. Just don't do this. This is perfectly fine. As I previously said, I have 2 sizes, and this is very crucial to making a bob wig because at the top of the hair you want the hair to be a little longer, and in the back you want the hair to be a little shorter. I will explain why later. You have to have a system when making a wig. For me, I like to go angled. That's just a side of my preference. I think I just need to speed up this process. You don't need to know how I crochet. Everybody crochets differently. That's just the way I like to crochet. See, angled, very neat, nice, and that's just how I continue all over the wig. So now, as I said, I'm going to explain why the top should be longer than the down part. I left out the down part for me to be able to explain it better. If you think of a bob, the back side is always going to be shorter than the top, and you want the top hair to be the same length as the back. So if the hair on top is too short, it will not match up with the hair that is on the back. You want your bob to look very full and flowy. That's why it's very important for you to place longer hair on the top and shorter hair at the down part. So now onto crocheting the back side, and again I use the angled system. So watch me crochet. And at the side, the same thing. The down hair on the side can be short and the top part has to be long for the hair to be equal at the end. Now that the wig is completely done, I just brush the hair very thoroughly. And as usual, I connected the closure with little knots on the wig cap. So again, I brush the hair very thoroughly because it's very important for the hair to be tangle free. Now that the hair is tangle free, I make my straightening treatment. And this is the hair after my straightening treatment. Very nice and flowy. Now I remove all the pins that I used to attach the wig cap. And this inside piece right here, I just chop it right off. Be careful while chopping this inside piece off. Be very careful because you don't want your work to be for nothing's sake. You see the closure, very clean and neat because all my closures are handmade and clean. Like, you cannot tell me that this isn't clean. And this is the inside of my wig. Clean, bump free, no bumps, no lumps, clean and very soft. Beautiful. Again, this is the hair on my skin. As you can see, very clean. So now to the crucial part. This is the trick that you really need to know on how to cut a bob. Making the bob. I don't just chop any chunks off. I always have a system when doing anything. I take little parts of hair and just brush it very thoroughly. And then use an eyebrow razor and start cutting the hair. Very gently. It looks rough, but it's very gently. I just speed up the process. This is the hair that I removed, and I brush the hair again and use the scissors to chop off those scraggly ends. And that's what I do all over the hair. And as I'm trimming, I always make sure that the hair matches the last part that I cut. The hair must match to a certain angle for it to have that nice flowy look. So this is the hair that I cut off, and this is the bob after cutting. You see how nice the ends look? They don't look scraggly or blunt, they just have that nice look. Installation. This is the braiding pattern that I chose for this installation, and this is the finished look. I love this installation. I'm so in love. I did this installation back in June, but I just wanted to show you how I made this bob. The bob that my client had was multicolored and the bob that I made today was jet black. So if you want to have more tutorials like this, write it in the comment section down below and I will make a tutorial. Bye!